Hello from 2K Sports. We're honoring diversity and culture tonight with the NBA celebration of Noche Latina. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Let's see the stat sheet here for Alperen Şengün.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games, looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line, and it's been fun to watch.
Now, New York starting 5. We've got OG Anunoby. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position. And for the Rockets, Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Inside, Smith and Şengün. And it's Shepherd in at the point. These are two teams with a clear identity, Grant. Defense is their backbone.
Oh, B.A., I don't expect to see many easy buckets between these two defenses. They're disciplined, hard-working, and gritty. And, of course, they make you work for everything.
Now here's Towns. Back to Brunson. From behind the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
You can see the work Jalen Brunson has put into his game. Boy, the three-point stroke has really come a long way.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Here's Hart. After the basket by Houston. Towns passes to Anunoby. Yep, that one goes.
Boy, how do you match up with OG Anunoby's length and athleticism? This guy is going to be able to get shots off because of both of those.
Now here's Smith. His last outing, he had 20. Pass to Durant. Smith with a screen on Anunoby. For 3, Durant on target from range.
This is one of the best to ever do it. Simply stated, Durant is lethal from behind the arc, and the efficiency is incredible.
Bridges misses.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Outside Durant. Houston working the ball around. Pass to Şengün. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Towns. And there's Şengün. That one's good. On the assist by Smith.
Along with everything he can do in the paint, Şengün's mid-range game provides some pop as well.
And it's exceptional the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Pass to Şengün. Now here's Smith. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And checking out the leaderboard, you've probably been watching these guys own the glass since the All-Star break. Karl Anthony Towns, 4th.
Since the break, we've seen a renewed focus from him on the boards, and I know his entire team appreciates that lift.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Durant, laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Durant's got his second basket on the night.
Well, they were looking for a fast start, and they have been perfect from the tip.
Out to Bridges, from deep. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Well, Mikal Bridges has done a lot of damage from that exact spot in his career. The corner 3 is for me, he says.
Now here's Şengün. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Smith passes to Şengün. Here's Shepherd. Brunson defending. Clock at 4. Here's Thompson. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Releases. And it's New York scoring again.
Well, a high motor player like Mikal Bridges has got to make quick decisions. Rise and fire off the catch and shoot, Mikal.
Now here's Durant. He's got 5. And Anunoby pulls it down.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Back to Hart. Down low. Towns passes to Anunoby. Kicks it out Towns. Outside Hart. Let's go with a 3. The Rockets pull it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Smith. Here's Shepard. Smith with a screen on Towns. Back to Smith. Hart pulls it in. New York leading by 3. Here's Anunoby. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, gee. Unfazed. Oh, gee. Oh, my.
Durant, the pass to Şengün. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Brunson. The bank shot, no good. The Rockets have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Smith with a screen on Brunson. And here's Shepard for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Shepard's got 5.
Well, this is Shepard's shot. The defense can't afford to give him this much separation.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Karl Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and then let the game play out.
Physical. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Houston making some changes. Capella, he's checked in for Şengün, and Eason subbed in for Shepard. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Now here's Durant. He's got 5. Outside Eason. 6 on the shot clock. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Only 5 games left to go. And then it's playoff time. Let's check in on the East. You take a look at the Knicks. Right now, they rank 3rd in the conference, aiming for a high seed in the postseason.
Well, right now, for New York, their focus is shifting now to the playoffs. Now, they could wrap up a good seed, and of course, it's a matter of playing their best basketball to close out this regular season.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Green comes in for Smith, and Okogie is subbed in for Kevin Durant. And it's Clarkson missing. And so Thompson will bring it up for Houston. Trailing by 2. Well, one thing we know about Jordan Clarkson, he's going to shoot it, Doris.
Well, B.A., he's been given the green light by virtually every coach he's played for. He's been one of those guys off the bench that you can count on for consistent productivity, and that's invaluable. Listen, the bench has got to produce if you're going to be an effective team.
Green, the pass to Thompson. And there's a 3-second violation. Davison, he's checked in for Amen Thompson. The Knicks have got half their attempts to go, 6 of 12. Eason against Clarkson. Pass to Robinson. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Well, Mitchell Robinson plays such a critical role for them on the interior. If he can consistently make these shots, what a weapon he is.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Now here's Clarkson. Still no points. Pass to Eason. Houston working the ball around. And a slam dunk by Capella.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella, and he's got a lot of them.
32 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's the pick. Here's Clarkson. 6 to shoot. Here's Shamet. Pass to Diawara from the arc. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Eason. Counted from distance. And now it's a 6-point Rocket lead. And so it's Houston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
So on the floor for New York, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Jose Alvarado. And it's Shamet in at the three.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And New York has possession. After the basket by Houston, the shot by Towns, no good. One of the most exciting teams in the league, Doris, the New York Knicks.
BA, there's a saying that the NBA is better when the New York Knicks are in the house, and they are good. How about the resurgence over the last 5 years? They want to win now, and that rabid fan base is eating up all this success.
Now here's Finney Smith. Throws it up high. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. And now we have a chance to check the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and see the teams leading in three-point shooting. New York, fourth.
Instead of just bombing away, they work hard to create good looks from beyond the arc.
Knicks trail by 11. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Towns, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Towns has got his first 2 points of the night. Pass to Şengün. Shoots over Robinson. Şengün, no good.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Here's Alvarado. Here's Shamet. Pulls it. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Houston. Brunson is checked in for New York. The Rockets lead by 7. Outside, Green. Pass to Okogie. Back to Durant. It's rebounded by New York. This is the first they're seeing of Houston.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Okogie on the wing. Brunson defending. On the wing, Durant. 5 points in the game. KD from KD. Wow.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Alvarado, pass to Brunson. Back to Alvarado. They get it back. Pass to Brunson. Clock at 6. Back to Towns. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. And some changes here for New York. Hart's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Alvarado. Houston leading by 8. Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
BA, he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line with intent and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
Here's Towns. After the basket by Houston. Shots good by Hart.
So confident in the painted area. Josh Hart understands how to score inside.
Pass to Eason. The kick to Durant. Houston working the ball around. Durant with a screen on Hart. It's stolen by Hart. Okogie pulls down the board. The Rockets have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Here's Durant. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Durant's got 12 points.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
With a step back. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
And the Knicks with the possession here after the basket by Houston. Towns getting it done under the hoop.
Now, that's Karl Anthony Towns at his absolute best. The shot making incredible from every spot on the floor.
Outside Durant for 3. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
2 trays now in the second quarter after he hit one in the first.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Smith comes in for Green. Amen Thompson's checked in for Eason. And it's Shepard in for Okogie. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. It's a 13-point game. Their next game is at FedEx Forum in Memphis for a matchup with the Grizzlies. It's the last meeting in a 4-game road trip.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And it's Capella with the jam.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Here's Brunson after the basket by Houston. Goes up at the stripe. It's hauled in by Houston. Smith's got 4 rebounds now. Heading now into the final stages of the regular season. How excited are you for the playoffs, Doris?
BA, I absolutely cannot wait. This is always a long season, and there's a little bit of time left, but boy, can you feel the anticipation.
Yeah, good timing from Shepard on the drive, which is essential since he sometimes lacks the speed to beat the defense outright.
Now here's Bridges. He's got 5. Back to Brunson. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
Knicks trail by 17. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Robinson. Jacks up a 3. And it's Brunson again missing.
Obviously, this hasn't been his strongest quarter, and they need more contribution from him.
Next foul. Josh Hart. First personal foul.
Houston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
At the line for Houston, Shepard taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, when I watch Reed Shepard play, I'm sometimes reminded of John Stockton. The type of handle and the way he goes to the cup, quicker and more athletic than he appears. You know, I know that's big shoes to fill, but I just like the similarities and the intensity.
And that's good as he hits both shots. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things. They've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
Durant, pass to Capella. 19 seconds left in the first half of this one. Knicks trail by 17. And he lobs it up top. Stolen by Capella. 4 seconds left. Durant. And here's Shepherd for three. Buries it from three. Shepherd's got 7 points for the quarter. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Houston. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Ime Udoka. And Coach, what are some of the positives that you can take away from that first half?
Our physicality has been good to start. Obviously, a point of emphasis is keeping them under control in transition. We like how we're guarding defensively. Obviously, it is big against this team.
Great start. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Run line. Here's measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Houston Rockets.
They're dominating on the backboards, just having their way out there, Shaq.
Out muscling, out tussling, out fussling, out schmussling. It's no wonder why they're in front.
And now we get to check out the top performers from their respective teams in that first half.
Yeah, they're both smart-driven, extremely talented. They've been putting on a show, man.
Taking control individually as the leaders of their teams. We are watching greatness.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward, and it's Shepherd in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. 5 on the clock. From downtown, and it's New York with a rebound. Open shot from Brunson. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Brunson's got 11 points.
We call that, folks, the stop and pop. Jalen Brunson with the pull-up J.
Durant finds Şengün. Back to Durant. Pass to Shepherd. Bridges against Thompson. Banked it in off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 20.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
And here's Hart. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Knocks down the triple. Anunoby's gotten his third basket of the night.
Yeah, Anunoby likes that corner angle. He's very comfortable from there.
Houston working the ball around. Şengün, a screen on Anunoby. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, BA, most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Well, when we talk about what it takes to win a championship, star power is often the first thing mentioned, Doris.
Well, B.A., we know that talent is what wins basketball games at any level. There's no question. You need one star, and more often than that, at least another. But really, overall roster construction is critical. What we are watching with Kevin Durant, guys, is simply greatness. This guy will go down as one of the greatest scorers the game has ever seen.
Towns way outside. It's hauled in by Houston. Sengun's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. Pass to Towns. Outside Brunson. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Towns has got his 4th assist in this one. Anunoby against Durant. Now here's Smith. And here's Sengun. Thompson outside. Pass to Shepard. Fires from deep. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss.
Boy, what a frustrating, sluggish start to this half. Brutal.
And the basket by Bridges.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Rockets lead by 13. Thompson outside. Pass to Shepard. On the wing, Durant. Easy money for KD inside.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
Here's Brunson outside. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got rebound number 7 tonight. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Back to you.
They've got that grit. Thank you, Allie. Here's Thompson. After New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The sheer size of Thompson makes it difficult for defenders to match up well against him.
Houston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw no good. And he sinks the 2nd.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Outside Anunoby. For 3, Bridges. No good.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Picked by Smith. Out of bounds, it'll be Knicks ball. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Houston. On Wednesday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then Friday, they'll be playing against Jaren Jackson and the Utah Jazz.
And for their matchup with Phoenix, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
Eason's checked in for Shepard. Towns, right side. It's Bridges on the wing. New York, no good that time either. The Rockets lead by 13. Smith passes to Thompson. Now Sengun. He's covered by Hart. Durant looking around. They get the rebound. Smith outside. Pass to Durant. The 3. Fires in the triple. Durant's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yet another monster night for Kevin Durant, one of the best scoring forwards in the history of the game.
Here's Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got 6.
The bounce pass right on the money. Great setup.
Durant against Anunoby. And Şengün gets it to go.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
Bridges outside. Pass to Anunoby. Outside Hart.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Lets the 3 fly. The Rockets pull it in. They led the game at one point by 20. Eason finds Durant. Şengün, a screen on Anunoby. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Where Kevin Durant has really grown is manipulating pick and roll, making the right read, and this guy just adapts and adjusts so quickly.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Houston making some changes. Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Green comes in for Smith, and Okogie is subbed in for Thompson. .133 left to play in the third. Pass to Shamet. And stolen by Green. Houston working the ball around. Outside Eason. On the wing, Durant. Fires for 3. Sinks the tray. Durant's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
And the Knicks miss again.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Green finds Durant to the paint. Outside Eason. Now here's Durant. He has 29 now. Shot clock at 6. Ooh, Robinson with a block.
Rim protection at its finest. Mitchell Robinson, such a presence.
With the step back. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. Here's Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
I just love the unselfishness in the play of Kevin Durant. He said he wants to play the game the right way. Nice example there.
First personal foul. First team foul. And for New York, number 55, Ariel According.
16 seconds left in the third quarter. Eason against Clarkson. Pass to Alvarado. Here's Shamet. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Shamet's got his second bucket of the night. And so it's Houston out in front by 19 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be back in a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Jose Alvarado. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Clarkson in at the 2.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. The Knicks making their last shot. Green, a screen. Here's Finney-Smith. Green, outside Eason. Pass to Green. The 3 is up. The rebound by Shamet. Knicks trail by 17. Fires the 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Holiday is checked in.
For your Rockets, number 0, Holiday.
Pass to Shaman. Charity stripe shot. Rockets with a rebound. Şengün's got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to Eason. Inside. Şengün against Robinson. And Şengün gets it to go.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Pass to Finney-Smith. The putback. And Şengün throw it down.
Yeah, great positioning and timing from Şengün there. And his height helps a little too.
Knicks trail by 21. And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Durant, he's checked in for Holiday. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Brunson's checked in. On defense, the Rockets. Alvarado outside. Pass to Brunson. 3-pointer. Eason pulls it in. The Rockets lead by 21. Durant with the bucket. Durant's got 31 points.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
Free throw line jumper. Brunson with the bucket.
We know that the defense in today's NBA wants to take away the rim and the 3. Mr. Brunson says, I'll take that mid-range.
Pass to Okogie. Clarkson against Durant. Clarkson grabs a miss. Knicks trail by 21. And here's Brunson from the arc. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
Boy, after making 1 3 in the first half, he's knocked down 2 in the second.
Şengün, a screen on Clarkson. Durant for 3. And it's New York with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Brunson. Lots of room. And it's New York scoring again.
Boy, whenever this team has needed a bucket, Jalen Brunson has been there right now in complete command of this ball game.
On the wing, Durant. Drops in the layup for 2. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Towns, left side. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Houston making some changes. Smith, he's checked in for Finney-Smith. Thompson comes in for Eason. And it's Shepard in for Okogie. New York also changing it up. Hart's checked in for Robinson. Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. And it's Bridges in for Alvarado.
Well, Kevin Durant has an ability to put the ball on the deck and finish off the drive. Prime example there.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the Knicks. They trail by 18. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in the game.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
For 3, Durant. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist of the night. Knicks trail by 21. Brunson passes to Hart. Towns down low, working on Şengün. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, BA, I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts. When Towns is healthy, he is an absolute force on the offensive end of the floor.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And you think about the Defensive Player of the Year award. It tends to go to big men. Any thought of dividing the award into two? Maybe one for perimeter players and the other for big men?
Absolutely not, Brian. What we need to do is consider that the single most important thing it is for your defense nightly is guarding the best point guards or wings in the league. And the voters have got to understand it can't only be about big men.
Pass to Towns. And the shot falls short that time. The Rockets lead by 22. Durant finds Smith. Over on Anunoby. Smith no good. Here's Bridges. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, the ability to fend off that contact by Mikal Bridges, that's a big-time play.
Durant, the pass to Smith. Şengün, a screen on Hart to the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. In transition. Up ahead. And he pummels the iron. Bookends the break.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Outside Durant. Outside Thompson, just 5 on the clock. Now Durant fires the three. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 21. Outside Anunoby. The shot. And it's New York scoring again.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Rockets.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And with another win in the bag, they've racked up 46 total on the year.
And I'm sure they're happy to get even for what happened the last time these teams met.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Kevin Durant.
Boy, he makes it look easy, almost like he was just hanging out in the gym practicing today. That's how good it was.
Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Durant inside. Anunoby covering. Oh, he can't get the layup. For three. The three ball is down.
Well, Josh Hart, the very definition of unselfish. How about keeping his eyes up and finding his teammate?
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Durant. And yes, sir. Matching three-pointers. Wow.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And so Houston takes this one by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.